Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simple English Family. I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. Today, we want to talk about something very important. Something that happens to almost everyone.
Yes, today's topic is stop comparing yourself to others. Comparing means you look at another person and you think, why don't I have what they have? Or why am I not like them?
We all do this. Maybe with a friend. Maybe with a coworker. Maybe with someone on social media.
Before we start, here is today's question for you. What is one thing you like about your life that is different from other people's lives? Think about your answer. We will come back to it at the end. Write your answer in the comments.
Today, Sarah and I are going to share real stories, real moments when we compared ourselves to other people, and what we learned from it.
Let's begin with my first story. Okay, so a few months ago, a new woman joined my office. Her name was Mira. Mira was very confident. She spoke in every meeting. She had smart answers for every question.
And how did you feel about that?
Honestly, not good. Every time Mira spoke, I felt small. I started to think, why can't I speak like her? Why is she so confident and I am so quiet?
That's a very common feeling, Sarah.
I know, but it got worse. I started to watch her all the time. What she wore, how she walked, how she talked to our boss. I stopped focusing on my own work. I only focused on Mira.
Focused means you give all your attention to one thing. So you gave all your attention to Mira, not your own job.
Exactly. And one day, my manager gave me some feedback. She said, Sarah, your reports are excellent, but lately you seem distracted. Is everything okay?
What did you say?
I didn't know what to say. I was embarrassed. I realized I was so busy comparing myself to Mira that I forgot to be myself.
That's a big realization.
Yes. So that night, I sat down and made a small list. I wrote 3 things I am good at. I wrote, good listener, careful with details, calm under pressure.
Things Mira maybe wasn't good at.
Right. Mira was confident, but sometimes she made mistakes because she talked too fast. I was quiet, but I never made mistakes because I was careful. We were just different. Not better or worse. Different.
Different, not the same. That's such an important word for this topic.
After that day, I stopped watching Mira all the time. I started watching my own work instead. And slowly, I felt happier at the office.
That's a beautiful story, Sarah. Did you and Mira ever become friends?
Actually, yes. Once I stopped comparing myself to her, I could finally see her as a person, not a competition. We have lunch together now.
That's wonderful. Okay, now let me tell my story.
Okay, go on.
So last year, I was scrolling on social media, and I saw a photo. My old university friend, Tom, was on a beach in Thailand. Beautiful blue water, big smile, perfect photo.
I know that feeling. We call this scrolling when we move our finger up the phone screen again and again.
Yes, scrolling. And after Tom's photo, I saw another friend on a mountain in Switzerland, and another friend at a fancy restaurant in Paris.
And where were you at that moment?
I was on my sofa in my small apartment eating instant noodles.
Oh no.
I started to feel terrible. I thought, everyone is traveling the world. Everyone is having an amazing life, and I am just here.
But David, is that really true? Was everyone really having a perfect life?
That's the important question. At the time, I didn't think about it. I only saw the highlights, the best moments. People don't post photos of themselves stuck in traffic, or tired at work, or worried about money.
Highlights means the best parts, like the highlights of a football match. Only the goals, not the boring parts.
Exactly. Social media is like the highlights of someone's life, not the full movie.
So what changed for you?
One evening, I called Tom, my friend from Thailand. I asked him, how was the trip? And he said, actually, it was stressful. I lost my hotel booking, I got sick for 2 days, and I spent too much money.
Really?
Really? But his photos only showed the happy moment on the beach, just 1 minute out of a whole difficult week.
So the photo was real, but it wasn't the whole story.
Exactly, Sarah. After that call, I understood something important. I don't need to compare my whole life to someone else's best 5 seconds.
That's a very smart way to think about it.
Now, when I feel that comparing feeling starting, I remind myself, this is a highlight. This is not the full story.
I love that. Okay, I have another story too. Can I share it?
Please, go ahead.
This story is about my younger sister, Aisha. Growing up, Aisha was always the fast one. Fast at school, fast at sports, fast at making friends.
And you?
I was slower. I needed more time to understand things. My parents never said anything unkind, but I still felt it. At family parties, relatives would say, "Oh, Aisha got the top marks again. What about you, Sarah?"
That must have been painful to hear.
It was. For years, I thought I was the less good daughter. I compared every part of my life to my sister's life. Her grades, her friends, later even her job.
When did this start to change?
A few years ago, Aisha and I had a long talk one night, and she told me something surprising. She said, "Sarah, I always wished I was calm like you. I always feel stressed and rushed. You always seem so peaceful."
Wow. She was comparing herself to you too?
Yes, I couldn't believe it. My fast sister, the one everyone praised, she was comparing herself to me the whole time.
That's such an important lesson. We often think other people have a perfect life with no struggles.
But everyone has their own struggles. Struggle means a difficult problem you are trying to solve.
Right. Aisha struggled with feeling rushed and stressed. You struggled with feeling slow and less good. 2 different struggles.
Exactly. After that conversation, Aisha and I became much closer. We stopped comparing, and we started supporting each other instead.
That's a lovely ending. Family comparison is so common, isn't it?
Very common. I think almost every family has this. A smart one, a pretty one, a funny one. But it's not fair to any of them.
I agree. Okay, I have one more story too.
Let's hear it too.
This story is more recent. A few months ago, I joined a gym near my house.
Nice. How was your first day?
Terrible, honestly. I walked in and there was a man lifting very heavy weights, big muscles. He looked like he had been training for 10 years.
And you?
I could barely lift the small weights. I felt so embarrassed. I thought, everyone here is stronger than me. Everyone here knows what they're doing. I don't belong here.
Belong means to feel like you are in the right place with the right people.
Yes, I felt like I didn't belong. I almost quit after the first week.
What stopped you?
My trainer noticed I looked upset. She asked me what was wrong, and I told her. I said, I feel weak compared to everyone else here.
What did she say?
She said something I will never forget. She said, David, that man with the big muscles, he started exactly where you are now. Maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You are not behind him. You were just at the beginning of your own path.
That's such wise advice.
She also said, compare yourself to your last week, not to someone else's 10 years.
I really like that idea. Compare yourself to your own past, not to another person's present.
Exactly. So now, every week, I check, am I a little stronger than last week? That's all that matters.
And are you?
Slowly, yes. Small steps, but real progress.
Progress means you are moving forward, even in small steps.
That's exactly it. I don't look at the strong man anymore. I look at my own numbers from last week.
So today we shared 4 stories. My story about Mira at the office, your story about social media and Thailand, my story about my sister Aisha, and your story about the gym.
4 very different situations, but one same lesson.
What is the lesson, David?
When we compare ourselves to others, we usually don't see the full picture. We only see their best moment, their confidence, their vacation photo, their good grades, their big muscles.
We don't see their struggles, their bad days, their fears.
Right, and when we compare our whole life to someone else's highlight, we always feel like we are losing.
So what should we do instead?
Compare yourself to your own past. Are you a little better than last month, last year? That's real progress.
And remember, everyone has their own struggle, even the people who look perfect.
Now, let's go back to today's question. What is one thing you like about your life that is different from other people's lives?
For me, it's this. I am a careful, calm person. I don't rush into decisions. That is different from many people, and now I am proud of it.
I love that answer, Sarah. For me, I would say I keep trying even when I'm slow at the start. Many people give up early. I don't.
Beautiful. Now it's your turn. Write your answer in the comments below. What do you like about your own life?
We really want to read your answers. Every story is different and every story is valuable.
Thank you so much for listening today. If this video helped you, please give it a like and subscribe to Simple English Family.
See you in the next video. Keep learning and keep being yourself.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.